Hello everyone, I'm Dale back in our video, and this is what I'll be playing in 3.27 Hardcore. Big disclaimer, before we get into the video, please note that this is not exactly a build guide, but rather a build overview, sharing my point of view and the key aspects that made me consider playing this build. More so, the build isn't mine, so full credits for the POB video and the written guide, tips and leveling goes to Reband. You can find them all first thing in the description, right next to a link to his channel. Now, why did I choose Boneshatter? Well, it is a fun melee skill. You basically just have to jump around and bonk everything inside. And it has been my first ever build that I tried hardcore with during Necropolis, where I managed to get to level 90. And as a player with very little experience, it wasn't that bad back then. Another important factor is that leveling on melee just isn't bad anymore. With fastest available, having to constantly swap axes just doesn't feel like that big of a deal. Isn't it bad though? Well, not a popular choice during 3.26, and from what I can see, it doesn't seem to be popular among players in 3.27 either. Zizern just posted a guide for Jug Boneshatter today, and with that being said, it's not because it is a bad build. It's just other melee skills like Earth Shatter pretty much just overshadow Boneshatter. And even now, I feel like it could get some more love by the community. That's the motivation to make this video in particular. It is hardcore solo self unviable, basically only requiring you an axe and some decent attack speed to feel good, and you can clear all progression content with it while still having fun and not getting too overwhelmed. When it comes down to which version is better, I feel like it is all rather subjective now. With the Boneshatter buffs, it might just come down to preference. There's a lot to cover here, but cutting it down to just a couple of words, the ramp up damage versus damage sustain ratio between Boneshatter and Boneshatter of Complex Trauma should now be almost equal. Each has their own ups and downs, so when I swap, I'll probably just stick to mapping with the regular Boneshatter and not bother getting an all gem unless it feels really clunky or I feel like I'm not strong enough, especially since I'm going hardcore. As for leveling, you could either swap to Boneshatter early, following Reband's POB, or keep going with the well-known Sunder leveling. Havoc has a great guide on it, to which I'll leave another link in the description down below. And for any new players out there, feel free to go with what feels better to you. There's a lot of freedom when it comes to respecking, as both follow the same structure. I will personally follow Havoc's route, as I've tried it before, and I feel more confident going for it again now in hardcore. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. For more updates on the build, stay tuned, as I'll go over my progression for the first 1 or 2 weeks. And if you're considering playing hardcore and can't decide, you could check out my other video in which I discuss what made me go for it this league. And with that being said, this is all for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and till the next time, take care.